Good evening, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Piccadilly Stampin'. Oh,
it's time.
This signed me out, Bill.
I'm back in. I'm
Are you?
Live. It's live.
Okay, well, I'm going to be a minute.
She's got to sign back in. Is everybody staying warm?
Yes.
I don't see too many people.
Okay.
Oh, there they are. Hello, everyone.
You welcome them in while I try
Hi,
to get
Jean.
this.
Hi, Lori.
Welcome. Come on in. Okay, I've got it on the computer for you. Hopefully that you can see that.
Hopefully it'll stay.
Yeah,
Sometimes
and then
it shuts down.
yeah, it's been doing that more and more. I think I gotta
Make sure to like and follow us. Whoop, 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 whoop.
Thank you. If you're new, say hello.
Tell us where you're from.
Yes, let us know where you're from.
Hi, Cindy from Virginia.
And
she shared already. Woohoo!
Thank you.
Speaking of which, sounds like a lot of people shared again last week.
Yes, they did. They were. I don't know why I'm having trouble getting on.
Hi, Laura, Lori, Deb.
Kristen,
Another
Deb.
Lori.
Hi, Deb. I wish you'd have been able to get to meet Bill when I met you, Deb. That would have been so much fun. Oh, here it is. Now it's coming. Now it's coming on. So welcome, everyone. Again, if you're new, say hello. This is a kind of a fun group of people, and everyone kind of knows everyone. So if you're into crafting.
Nick from Northern Ireland.
Nick is on. Next week, when we go live, Bill, it'll be Nick's birthday in Ireland.
Woo!
I know. She's going to be 39.
23, huh?
23, yeah.
Or whatever.
She'll be 39. I called her an old bag today. Oh, Nick, what I would give to be 39. So I don't know why my video feed is not
Hi, Jean from North Dakota. Hopefully you're doing okay up there in that snow.
Yeah, how much are you getting? It's got to be a lot. Okay, as usual, I don't know why mine's not going.
It's going over here.
Is it? Okay. I'll try it one more time to get in. As usual, I do the drawing at the beginning now and the announcements at the end. That way, those who don't need to stick around for the announcements can take off.
Show the cards first.
Go. Okay, I will. All right, there we go. Okay, now the things are on. Hi, Beth Ann. Hi, Lori. Wonderful. So this was the card that we made last week.
Marcia.
Just a fun fold. So cute and so pretty. This is the one where I had it on both sides, and that's when I decided I would flip one to the other side of the DSP. Both are beautiful. Anyway, so I've got our tickets in here for who shared. I was going to do the drawing first.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay, so
I'll get my hand ready.
yeah, let me get these kind of mixed.
Crack my knuckles.
Let me shake it a little. There we go. Draw two, please.
Okay, 1, 2.
Okay.
Ivette
Gonzalez. Ivette
Mm-hmm.
Gonzalez. So I don't know if I know you or not. That's not familiar to me. Thank you for sharing. But you'll need to message me here on Facebook in private messages your address so I can send that to you.
And then Jackie Johnson.
All right. Jackie! Woo-hoo! Jackie's a good sharer. I don't think she misses a week. Her and France are always sharing. So I got a couple of cards. Marcia shared. Woohoo! I got a couple of cards that I wanted to share with you. I love getting handmade cards. This DSP was from a couple years ago, and this comes from Emily, and she included a cute little picture of her and her husband on a sleigh. Aww. Which I always love those. And this is from our very own Anna, and she's got a little fun fold card here. I love that, where it comes up so that there's a bridge in there. Isn't that cute? Love it. So thank you, Anna.
Wow.
This is from Jill Peterson. Look at that paper. Talk about blingy. Yeah. Very pretty. So she's got like that pearlized underneath.
Hi, Gracie.
That is so pretty. So thank you, Jill. Jill Peterson. This is from Bev, and this was my favorite stamp. What was it, a year or two ago? Maybe a year ago. Was it a year ago?
I think so.
Last year, I loved this one, and I love these little gems. They're gorgeous. And look at this. This is from our own Mary Jo. Look at this.
Wow, Mary Jo, that looks cool.
That is fancy, fancy. And I love the red. Those are like my favorite holiday like gemstone. Those red gems. But I love how she did this. So it's on each side. Isn't that great? And without showing everything, she's even got like the neat, this is a punch from, I think a year ago.
I can't remember.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't say anything like personal. So, but that is so cute and fancy. So thank you guys so much for the cards. Do you want to put those over there? Okay, so let's get started. I want to show you my color combination. So I've got Calypso Coral, Night of Navy, Granny Apple Green, and my poor little faded petal pink.
Why did it fade so bad? The light?
Just the light. Yeah, I've got these bright lights to kind of share my projects, so it kind of fades
like
up.
Pink. It looks like...
It looks, yeah, a little bit flat, doesn't it? So I want to show you a few things that we're going to be using. From our framed florets bundle, there is the, what is this called? Framed florets dies. And I'm only using one. I'm just using this one. It is the oval that doesn't have any of the other stuff around it. So that's all I'm using. If you do purchase this set, purchase it together and you save 10% off. I'm going to be using the Quatrefoil. I haven't used this one in a while, and I think it's kind of one of those things that everything new that comes out, sometimes things kind of slip through. And so I definitely wanted to use something with this. So I'm using the Quatrefoil embossing folder. This is not one of our 3D embossing folders, but it's perfect for what I'm using. And I'm going to bring back a classic, the Art Gallery. Do you guys remember the Art Gallery bundle? So I'm not going to be using the dies with this. I'm just going to be using the stamp set for these two images because it's a double stamp set, double stamping. What is that called? I'll think of it afterwards. One of my Stampin' sisters on here will. This image here and then the happy birthday because I'm going to make a really fun card. So let's get started with that. And I have right under here, we got kind of a lot to demonstrate here. So let's start with one of these. I've got a few of these to make. I really like this card.
Two-step stamping.
Two-step stamping. That's what it was. Two-step stamping. Two-step stamping. So, hi Kathy, welcome. So I've got a Night of Navy base, which is our deepest, darkest blue, and I've just folded it in half, and then I'm going to take this oval shape, and I'm going to put it on the front here, and I'm just going to use a little washi tape. Then when I run it through the die cut, I just kind of eyeballed what was center, and actually I could probably go over just a hair more. Just try to eyeball what the center is. And then I'm going to run it through the die cut machine. So when I get done, it's going to cut this out and there's going to be these two pieces. I will use these for another project, but it's going to leave an empty window right there, okay? Then after I do that, I'm going to bring the Quatrefoil, and this is really important to run that oval die through first and then to take the Quatrefoil like this. I've already done it for this demonstration, so let me just stop a minute and show you. See if it'll show up.
Oh, yeah.
The embossing, does it show up?
It does. It shows up good.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. So then I run it through.
Quatrefoil?
Now, it is. It's called Quatrefoil tile. And the big thing that I do is I fit it so that it is where the edge of the seam from this one, where that is, I ran it through, and if you look at your embossing folder, there's a little area before the end. So you want to kind of get as close as you can to that edge when you're running it through. And then you run it through your Stampin' Cut emboss machine. So far, pretty basic. It's very simple. This is going to be a very simple card, but it has a neat look. Then when you go to fold it back again, okay, when you go to fold it, be sure to do your creasing or your bone folding or your burnishing right here on the back side of it. If you go on the front side, you're going to push down what that image on that edge, and you want that image to stay. So far, any questions from anyone? I mean, it's very pretty self-explanatory. Just remember to do your cutting first and then your embossing second, making sure to line it up on this edge. I think that's pretty clear, right? Okay, so let's start there. Now, I'm going to take a piece of basic white. This is not our thick basic white. This is just basic white. And you know what? I think I need to cut this down. I do. I thought I had this cut ahead of time.
Trimmer, here we go.
Yep. So let's get our trimmer. We want to cut this down to... Maybe I do have it right. No, I do not. I want to cut it down to 3 3/4. So I can save this for sentiments.
Oh.
Yeah, that goes in my scrap pile. By 10. So I'm going to open this up. That's what I love about this trimmer. And then I can come here to 10. So 3/4 by 10. And I'm going to just snip that down. And we'll save that for another sentiment.
Tie a flag or something, huh?
Probably, yeah. Who knows? Who knows what I'll do with it, but I do save them. So once I have this piece, the next step is to fold this in half. Now you can score it if you want to. You would score it at 5, but I'm just going to fold it in half here by placing my 2 fingers on that edge so I know that it's straight, coming over in the middle and then going down on the outside, and that's how you get it to just score. The bone folder is great because if you flip it over and use it on both sides, those little creases that you get diminish. I love that. Okay, this next step is kind of important and kind of something I would never tell you to do. Well, actually, let's do one beforehand. Let's do something beforehand. Let's take out a scrap piece of paper, and I want to get my Stampin' Pierce mat. And the reason why is because I'm going to be using photopolymer stamps, and they don't have any cushion behind them like the red rubber stamps do. So this gives a better impression. And I'm going to go on the inside of this little cutout. And I'm just going to take some Calypso Coral and this little image here, and I'm going to ink this up. We'll give it a little test shot. Oh, I didn't have that top inked. Okay. And I'm just going to put it down on the corner like this. And then I'm going to throw in some Granny Apple Green because I love Granny Apple Green. And I'm going to use this image, and it's not all going to fit. That's okay. I just want my flower not to be floating without some sort of a stem. So we're going to put a stem, and if a leaf gets on there, a leaf gets on there. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. This just protects my surface underneath. Okay. Now we're going to move on to the next step. Any questions or anything so far, Bill?
Well, the only thing is, France is reminding everybody of the free shipping that we're going to talk about later.
Oh, yes. Oh, France. I've already got that on the announcements for those who need to know. So I normally never, ever, ever say to glue something before stamping it. In this case, we're going to make an exception. We're going to glue this down on the inside of this card.
You better make sure you got the right side.
Well, okay, yes, I do. He said I better make sure I have the right side. Because this is what is going to be the flip part of the card. It's going to flip up on the inside. So, again, for those of you, that was 3 3/4 by 10. And just kind of center it in here, like so. Okay, so the reason why I have that is so that I can see where this is going to line up. It's very important for the next part. So let's pull in the two-step stamping that I was talking about. So the biggest image I'm going to stamp in the lightest color, which is the petal pink. So we're going to stamp this in petal pink with the fullest image. And I wanted that laid in here because I want to see where I'm stamping it at. I want this to be on the inside of that oval. And this is one of the things that I begged so hard for Stampin' Up! To bring ovals back. So I'm using the heck out of them if you haven't noticed, for those of you who follow me. I want to make sure that's got a good impression. It does. And I love how kind of paintbrush this looks. Very artsy-fartsy. You guys know I love simple and artsy-fartsy. Now, orange is a color, which our petal pink tends to be more like petal peach, if you ask me. It tends to be on that orange spectrum, and orange and blue are opposite from each other, so they always look really wonderful. So I'm just giving that a good press to make sure that image adheres down, and look at that. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? It does.
I'm looking at it on the screen over here.
Oh, good. It does show up good. Okay. So I'm going to take
green back out.
the Calypso Coral now, and I'm going to go in with the thinner image on here, and this is going to give a little bit of definition. So if you didn't get this, we've had this stamp set for a couple years. I highly recommend it because if you need quick, beautiful cards, this is the stamp set. It's probably one that I won't ever give up, as well as the embossing folder that came with that at the time. And I just want to take this and give a quick, yeah, that's what I want. Okay, it's inking up nicely. I always have to check. On the colder weather, I notice that my stamp pads get a little harder.
Yeah.
And so because
the room's warm. I don't know why.
The room is warm. It's because we're full of hot air.
That's right.
So give that a chance to transfer that ink. There we go. There's like no, it looks so beautiful. It's so artistic without having to be an artist. And I love that. So I'll put that ink pad away. Now I'm going to bring in the Granny Apple Green.
Is that set still available?
Yes, this set is still available, definitely. So now it doesn't matter on this part how far down it goes, because when you open it up, I just wanted to make sure that that top part was showing. So I'm going to give a little, I always like to do a little test run here. Okay. Ink that up fairly nice and place it in here. Perfect, right? I mean, that is just wonderful.
It is.
It looks very good. Okay.
Very, very good.
Then the last thing from the stamp set is the happy birthday. So I'm going to take the Night of Navy because this matches. Now there's still some steps to be done here, so don't run away on me. This card's not over with. I'm going to do a little test run. Yep, I got that inked up nice. And I'll put that at the top. So my sentiment's on the inside of the card. Now, I don't know how well you guys can see this, but the integrity of the cardstock, this is a little bit compromised. It doesn't stay as straight. It doesn't hold as flat. So we're going to do another little thing to just bump that up. Let me grab my supplies here. We sell a thing called window sheets. It is this...
Window panes?
Bill said window panes. Earlier, he was trying to look at the card and understand it. It comes with some... Here, I'll show you. It's got a little bit of tissue paper to keep it from being scratched and stuff when you're not using it. And I'm not sure how much it costs, but we do sell them. And I use them a lot of times for, let me grab this, for my shaker cards. But I have one cut, and I have this cut at 4 by 5 1/4. This is going to give some firmness to this because I've weakened it by taking out a whole piece and then I ran it through, and so it's a little bit flimsy. So this is going to add some integrity to this card. Now don't worry about this. I'm going to attach this with glue dots, but don't worry about the glue dots showing. Everyone wants to know how to hide. Sometimes you can't, and even when you go to, well, I'm not going to give away my competitor. I was going to say a very popular card name, but sometimes when you go to them, they have these showing too. Just put one in each corner and then center it here so it goes over your little window area. Now what I've done is I just firmed that up. It gives it a little bit of an extra stability to the card. Does that show up well, Bill?
It seems to.
Okay. All right. So now let's do some decorating. And I just think, isn't that just the cutest? So simple. I told you it was going to be simple, you guys, but look fabulous. This is our satin edged ribbon. It has a gold band going through on each side, and then it's kind of almost like a little tulle in the middle there. Not really, but kind of. So I'm just going to make a little bow, and I just want a little one here. There's all different places you can stick the bow, and it's just kind of artist's choice. You get to pick. Let me pull this in. And sometimes when I'm doing bows like this, I like to cut kind of straight up and down to that edge, and then I get that look to the bow. Just a tip. But I'm going to do, because like, honestly, if I didn't have this in there, you could have had it on the inside. I thought that would be kind of smashing it. So I'm going to put mine up here at the top. You could have down at the side, whatever, but I'm going to have mine up at the top. You can do whatever. I'm curious to know how many people will try to make this card. You keep a watch for me, Bill. I want to see if people make it. And then I'm going to go for our brushed metallic adhesive back dots. And I have the gold right here. And so with my take your pick tool, I want the picky side this time. And then I'm going to take on this area, and I am going to do 3. I normally don't do 3. Any of you who follow me know I normally don't do 3, but I am going to do 3 right here on this side. I can, for some reason in a straight line I can't do so well, but on a curve I can. And or you could do, just depending if you have a matching ribbon or whatever, I think it might be kind of cute too, to have this color with that orange, the kind of copper color. Now these were the brushed metallic adhesive backed dots, and this is the gold satin edge ribbon that I used for embellishments on this. Now let's just take a look at that. I mean, very pretty. You flip it up, and you have your message. So you get that window effect, but you're able to write a full message. Whereas if I had that window effect on the card, the message would have to be around. So I think that really makes it quite, and I have another one here because these cards will be in the drawing for next week. So if you share my video this week, these are the cards that we will be drawing at the beginning of next week. Now, for those of you, what did anyone think? Did anyone think that they'd make them?
About 6 or 7 of them.
You're going to try to make something like this?
Oh,
it's very easy.
Some of them were like, I know which DSP I'm using, what set I'm using.
Oh, wow. Oh, good. I love to like inspire, like my whole reason for doing this is to share what I love. Obviously there's, this is my style. You make it your own. Like with my stamp packs that I send, I love it. I have a few people in my VIP group that take what I give them and then do their own thing and share with the group. It's so wonderful. Speaking of which, this is the time that if you don't need to hear the announcements, you can go ahead and go. I've got some, yeah, I'll see you next week. I've got some great announcements this week and a couple of surprises. So if you're new to me, be sure to like and follow us, whether you're watching me here on Facebook or on YouTube. That way you get notifications when I go live. As France was talking about earlier, we're having free shipping tomorrow. Free shipping.
Actually starts tonight at midnight.
Our shipping is 11% because of getting 13 by 13 boxes when you have to ship DSP. That's how they've determined it. And so starting, what did you say? Midnight Mountain Time.
Midnight Mountain. So 1 a.m.
Yep. So 1 a.m. Central Time if you're in my time zone. I'm in Iowa, so if you're watching in my time zone, it'll be 1 a.m. tonight. But it's only 24 hours, and it's for orders that are $75 or more.
We don't figure euro, Nick.
Nick, you're 6 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, no,
they
she
also
wants to know how much euro. We don't figure euro.
I don't know euro, Nick. Last chance products, they have items that are 60% off, so there's another way to save, plus free shipping. The clearance rack itself has like 4 pages left.
Still?
Yes, and it's got punches, dies.
The infamous tailor tag punches.
Yes, the tailored tag punches on there. And speaking of that, if you up that $75 to $80, I have a brand new stamp pack that I'm going to ship out, and it has the new, this isn't even released yet. This is some of the Dandy Designs DSP. This is from the new Celebration stuff coming for next month. So I have a cute little stamp pack ready to go for those who place an $80 order. And
well, you do know that we're almost close to a sales goal, so
yes,
we're pushing hard.
Bill's trying really hard. We're really close to a sales goal by the end of the year, so we appreciate any orders. And then if you are not a current customer of mine, because my VIPs are getting this catalog mailed from Stampin' Up! Directly, I finally got in at least one of my order of catalogs and Celebration catalogs, and you would like me to be your demonstrator, I'd be more than happy to send the first set of catalogs to you for free. All I need is you to just message me with your mailing address. If you are placing any orders tomorrow and it is under $149.99, please use this host code. This is my current host code. It helps me quite a bit in my business, and I would love for you to put that host code in. If not, if you go over $149.99, I welcome that. You get the host code so that you get those points. So that's what I have for tonight. Were there any questions, Bill?
What's our sales goal?
We're down to $1,212.49.
Pushing towards 100,000.
Yeah, to get to 100,000. I've been trying to do this same goal since October, and I'm so close. I'd really like to make it. So, but you know, it's okay. I understand it is Christmas time. So you guys have a great, I will have a parfait this Friday. And I think I'm going to do a sneak peek at something new from Celebrations. That'll be at 4 p.m. Central Time, so I hope you can join us then. Otherwise, we will be back next week to give away these cute little window flip cards. And I hope you have a great weekend. Is there anything else?
No.
Okay.
Jean, shoot, you be safe up there.
Yes, you do.
She hasn't had mail in a few days because they're snowed out.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Jean, be safe. All right. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.